Hey, you! About the proposal from the other day. It's not in the format I requested.
Hi, how are you?
What do you mean it's not in the format you requested?
What proposal are you talking about?
What? Can't you even understand English? That's why subcontractors like you are useless. You're so stupid and useless. You are also less valuable as a human being than I am when you say you work for me as a subcontractor.
I think it's a different issue now to criticize my personality as such.
I said proposal. It's the proposal you gave me the other day. What are you going to do with it? You and the proposal you submitted are useless.
I think I did it right.
Are you kidding me? I said that's wrong, so it's wrong. Are you going to argue with me, the person in charge of the company that is giving you the job? You are only a subcontractor. You're a lot older than me, aren't you? Aren't you frustrated that I, a younger man, said this to you?
That is not the case. I am using the proposal format you gave me, so I think there can be no mistake.
That's why you'll always be the one being used. You know what, dude? It's not enough to just do as you're told. You'll never get promoted if you keep on like that.
So, can you tell me specifically what needs to be fixed so that I can fix it?
Huh? You hear me out.
Oh, your story wasn't finished yet?
Take advantage of that format and improve it by yourself to make it better and easier to read. How long are you just going to sit around waiting for instructions?
Last time I made changes to the format, you got mad, didn't you? I am told that my predecessor also did so, and was harassed by you. So I thought for sure I should not change the format.
Huh? Now you blame others? You're as good as it gets.
If I should change it, I will. If I make changes to make it easier to see, I will. Is that all right with you?
That's not what I mean. Are you really that stupid? You have no comprehension whatsoever.
Then give me specific instructions. Please provide your preferred format and specific examples. That way, it will be easier for me to do it.
You are really just a man waiting for instructions. This is why subcontractors are useless.
Pardon?
I hate people who just wait for instructions. People like you can't think for themselves. I don't want to spend my precious time on those scum people.
What does that mean?
Don't you understand what I'm saying? You're too smart for your own good, aren't you? Well, that's why you can't work for a decent company. And keep working for such a small company until you reach that age.
That is not what we are talking about. I just want to be sure because your arguments keep changing one after another.
You're going to blame me now. You're a loser who can't get the job done, and I'm amazed at your guts to blame it on someone else. Don't ask for advice like it's the obvious thing to do. It is really tiring to deal with subcontractors who seem to hire idiots like you.
I recommend you refrain from such comments which denigrate other people's character. That is a disgraceful behavior as an adult.
Huh? You're annoying. Don't act like you're a big boss. I'm just telling you the truth. It's a lot of work when the client is incompetent like you.
Yes, it is. Certainly, it is not good to just wait for instructions.
You finally get it, too. What have you been listening to all this time? From the beginning, you just should have listened to me. Because I'm always right.
Then I will stop waiting for your instructions. Now, may I tell you what I think?
Huh? What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
I must confess that the proposal format you were giving us was very difficult to read. So I made a different version.
Huh? Why didn't you say that first?
When my predecessor used it, you complained. And I am told that you tore it up in front of him. So this time, as you requested, I made it in its original format without changing anything. But yet you still complain. So can I ask you to look at the other version?
Huh? Did you change that on your own?
By the way, I had another person from your company check it and he raved that it was very easy to read.
Did you show it to the other guys? I'm the manager. What the hell are you doing?
Huh? Didn't you say you don't like people just waiting for instructions?
No, well, that's true, but this is not the same thing.
What's your point?
Sure, I don't like people just waiting for instructions. But I hate those who take action without telling me even more.
Huh, see?
Why are you laughing? You're a subcontractor and you're ripping me off. You don't care what happens to the contract with my company. You're a subcontractor. Don't you dare disobey me. If you talk back to me, I will terminate our contract with your company.
Okay, then the contract is canceled.
Huh?
The contract, or rather the contract with you, is terminated.
What are you saying that doesn't make sense? What do you mean, a contract with me?
The employment contract you have with the company. I'm frankly disgusted by what you have said and done.
Huh? You have no right to say this to me. What's your point? Enough mocking me. You are a subcontractor, loser.
You have finally shown your true colors.
Huh?
I've heard that you've been getting unreasonably aggressive with people at other companies, just because they're subcontractors.
Huh? How the hell do you know that?
I am the founder of this company. I am now running this company as the CEO.
What?
By the way, by this company, I mean the company you are working for.
What are you talking about?
I was working undercover at a subcontracting company to conduct an inspection. I was determined to find out what was wrong with the company and fix it myself.
What? You're the president? Are you serious?
Honestly, I am totally shocked that someone like you exists.
Are you really the president?
Do you even remember what the president of your company looks like? Well, now that I'm undercover and doing a lot of outside work, my appearance may be quite different from before. Even if you're working for a subcontractor, your attitude is beyond rude.
No, that's not it. I just wanted to retrain guys who were on the take, who are subcontractors. It was not my intention to pick a fight with you, the president, or anything like that at all. This is a misunderstanding.
What misunderstanding? What does it mean to retrain a subcontractor? You had the right to do that? Did you have the right to reprimand the person for doing as you instructed?
No, I didn't.
See? And yet you mistakenly think you were a great man. How can you be so rude to an important business partner just because they are a subcontractor and threaten to terminate the contract on your own? As an adult, or even as a human being, I think that's a terrible thing to do. Frankly, I have no idea what you want to do.
I apologize for everything. I did it to relieve stress. I didn't mean to offend you.
It's good to see you being that honest. But I don't intend to keep you employed any longer.
What? Does that mean I'm fired? Really?
How many subcontractors have you inconvenienced in this way?
Well, if you ask me how many, I don't think there are that many.
Then how many people? How many people have you harassed like this? You're the one who needs to use your brain and think a little.
Please don't talk like that. It's hard to be a middle manager too.
Now you're going to bicker and moan? Earlier you told me to stop waiting around for instructions, that I was useless, and that I was just a good-for-nothing. You've been talking a lot of crap, And now you're going to play the victim?
That is not my intention. This really is a misunderstanding. I take my job very seriously. Really, I was just being harsh with the subcontractors, for the best of my intentions.
Yes. No one asked you to do that. No one gave you those instructions. And you know you don't even have the right to do that in the first place.
You are right. I am really sorry.
So let me give you some instructions for your own sake, since you don't like people who just wait for instructions.
What? What do you mean?
You are fired. That is final.
Wait a minute. I don't want that. Please reconsider.
I have no plans to reconsider. But since I'm your friendly boss, let me give you one more instruction. Please fix that hard-to-see format before you leave.
That format? That's impossible.
What? Why is it impossible?
I hadn't made any proposals recently. I don't know how to do it because I always let my staff do it. Lately, all I've been doing was just checking them, so I didn't know how to do it.
Huh? Are you serious about that? Didn't you realize that was indeed not good as an employee? You can't even do your own paperwork. And all you did was complain to the subcontractors.
I didn't mean to complain.
Since the beginning of this year, I have not heard good things about my company from subcontractors. That is if you think about it when you become the manager of this department. And the manager deals with the subcontractors.
I don't think so. That would be a misunderstanding.
Are you going to pretend you didn't know? Now, just update the format and go away. Rather, if you can't do it, it doesn't matter.
No, I will. I will do it. Let me do it.
Wow, you have totally changed your personality. You change your attitude towards a person depending on their position. How could you become a section manager like that? You have no capacity to be in a management position.
Please don't say that. I will follow your instructions. I'll work out that format and remake it in some way. I think I can work it out if I ask the guys.
So you can't even make the format properly. You can't do it unless you ask someone, and someone tells you what to do.
No, that is not what I meant.
You said many times that you don't like people just waiting for instructions. But I wonder which one was the one who was actually just waiting for instructions.
I can't say anything more.
My only instruction to you is this. You are fired. Pack your stuff and get the hell out of the office. Ted got fired from his job. He said he didn't like people just waiting for instructions. In reality, however, Ted was not able to create a single document properly, let alone format a proposal. He cried to the president. His colleagues around him also didn't respect him. And no one tried to help him. His last-minute useless efforts and the flirtatious attempts to get away with it didn't work. Ted was fired and had to find a new job. He began job hunting. However, his bad reputation was already quite widespread in the industry. He was rejected by every company that had ties to his former employer. Finally, he began to reflect on his previous actions. But it was already too late.
Christian! Hey, Christian!
Who is this?
It's me, Penny.
Huh? Penny?
Long time no see. I got your number from the group chat for the school reunion.
Oh, I see.
Are you on your way now?
Yeah, I'm on the train. Anyway, the reunion's gonna be starting in a few hours. Did you really need to go out of your way to message me beforehand?
Yes, what's the problem, baby? By messaging now, we can make all the necessary arrangements for a grand performance in advance.
Grand performance? Wait, did you just call me baby?
I've been thinking a lot about our surprise for everyone at the school reunion. I thought it would be better to get everything straight before we actually meet.
Surprise? If you were intending on surprising everyone, telling me beforehand doesn't really make much sense.
I forgot how slow he can be sometimes. Me and you are gonna surprise everyone together.
We are? Why?
You seriously need me to explain that?
Yes, I really need you to explain. Why would you and I surprise everyone at the school reunion? None of what you're saying makes any sense. We might have been in the same class at school, but I can count the amount of times we spoke on one hand, and we didn't even hang out in the same groups.
Oh, I give up. You just don't get it, do you? The fact we didn't really speak back then is exactly why everyone's gonna be so surprised.
I still don't have the foggiest idea what you mean. Anyway, what's the surprise?
What's the surprise? Cut it out, Christian. I'm starting to think you're teasing me now. There's no way you're this dull. The surprise is our engagement announcement.
Say what now?
The only problem is, you still didn't give me an engagement ring, did you? You really should have planned this out better, you dummy. A ring would give our announcement more authenticity. That's why I think it's best we meet up before the reunion and go ring shopping together. We might not have the time to check out all the shops and find the ultimate ring of my dreams. But as long as you choose me one that costs at least $10,000, I'm not that fussed about the design. Oh yeah, and I'd be really happy if you proposed at the same time. The words the husband ends up choosing for the proposal are probably in the top 3 things married women get asked about later on. To make sure you choose something that sounds cool.
Whoa, slow down a minute, Penny. I'm not following anymore. No, wait. I was never following. Why do you think you and I are getting engaged all of a sudden? Is this some kind of late April Fool's Day joke?
Huh?
We haven't seen each other a single time since we graduated high school, and barely even spoken to each other, let alone dated before that.
You're right. We haven't been a couple until now.
Huh? You're actually aware? God, my head hurts! How can you be aware that we've never been together and yet still be talking such nonsense?
Nonsense? You're the one talking nonsense, baby. You worked so hard since we left high school, so you might one day be able to make me yours. I really admire that, you know?
Huh?
I know everything, babe. You're the CEO of a major company now, right?
Well, yeah, I am, but...
Exactly. So surely you must remember how that time we spoke back in high school, I said if I'm gonna marry anyone, he better damn sure be a CEO.
I don't know anything about that.
You don't need to get all shy with me, you know. I know the reason you worked so hard and became the CEO of a major company. It's because you etched my words into your heart and swore to one day fulfill them and become the man I needed you to be. It must have been really difficult for you not having a chance to propose to me, since we haven't seen each other in so long. That's why I'm so stoked about this school reunion. It's a perfect opportunity. I'm really glad our old teachers decided to host it for us.
No. That is so wrong! You're making a misunderstanding of such epic proportions here that I'm actually lost for words. How is this possible?
Stop it, Christian. I just told you don't have to be shy with me. You're surprisingly naive for a man of your position. It's funny, I never looked at you romantically at all back then. You were always just that shy, gloomy kid with that nerdy, thick-rimmed glasses. Honestly, probably the last guy I'd have gone for. I can only imagine how hard you had to work to become the man you are today, so you being with a shot at my hand in marriage. All I can say is, wow, babe, wow!
I told you! That's not why I'm a CEO! My career had nothing to do with you! Plus, I'm married.
You're what now? Oh, I get it. You're so silly. Is this your way of proposing? You always were a little idiosyncratic.
Huh?
You don't propose to a girl by text message, you doofus. You have to do it properly, in person, like a man. Down on one knee, bouquet of roses and $10,000 wedding ring in hand. Will you marry me? That's how it's done. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Since everyone will be together, why not use the school reunions as your opportunity to pop the question? It'll be spectacular, like something out of a movie.
Like I told you, I'm already married. That means I have a wife.
Yeah, I get it. You're shy and trying to hide your embarrassment. I actually find it cute, sweetie. I'll be arriving at the reception hall really soon. Make sure you buy my bouquet of roses and $10,000 engagement ring before you get there, okay, baby?
You've got this all wrong, and I will not be complying with your demands.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. My ring finger's a size 8.
I don't care.
Okay, sweetie. See you at the reception hall soon.
Listen to me.
What the hell, Christian? You have a wife called Bridget?
Why are you messaging me when we're in the same reception hall?
There's no way I can speak to you directly after you embarrass me so badly. I want to crawl into a hole and disappear. Do you enjoy embarrassing me? Do you have any idea how it feels to have your heart broken like this?
This is a very unique variety of embarrassment that I give you every opportunity to avoid.
What?
You made the most absurd understanding of all time, and now you're self-destructing all on your own.
Misunderstanding? What did I misunderstand?
If you need me to explain that, you might actually be beyond help. To tell you the truth, I never intended to announce my engagement to Bridget in such bold fashion in front of everyone like that. If anything, we're pretty private people. Our original plan was to keep it between our close friends and family. But you had to go off and arrive at the reception hall early and give everyone false hope that something big was about to go down by telling the organizers that a huge surprise was going to be announced. You gave me no choice but to announce my engagement to Bridget in front of everyone so people wouldn't be confused. Anyway, how the heck did you get from I worked hard to become CEO to I worked hard to become CEO exclusively so I could marry you? I don't understand your thought process. I've examined it from every possible angle I can think of, and it still doesn't make sense.
No matter what you say about the marriage, I know you have feelings for me. Surely you at least won't deny that.
Huh?
I was the most beautiful, the most popular girl in school. There's no way you didn't have feelings for me. Admit it, Christian.
Once again, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Speaking frankly, I was way out of your league. The tallest, most beautiful, most vibrant rose in the entire orchid. Every guy on campus wanted to pluck me. And you go off with some miserable, pathetic weed named Bridget, growing alone in the corner, all shrill and weedy and stuff? It makes so little sense it's criminal.
Which part is criminal? We love each other.
I just told you. Don't make me repeat myself. It's me you should have feelings for. Listen, baby, we can still make it if we hurry. Douse her in weed killer by filing for a divorce and marry me instead.
Tell me, Penny, what's your problem with weeds?
Huh? What, LOL? Weeds are ugly. Who likes weeds? Raised by a single mom, broke ugly, I can't think of one good thing she has going for her. She's the very definition of a weed. I bet you find her picture if you looked up weed in the dictionary.
What does that make you then? A stinking corpse, Lily?
What?
Does the foul stench of death accompany you wherever you go?
What does that mean?
Forgive me. Calling you a stinking corpse, Lily, is probably a little rude.
Hey, are you insulting me?
I never say stuff like this usually, but I just couldn't help myself. I couldn't just sit back and watch you talk about the woman I love like that.
I'm the woman you love. Me. I just told you you'll be breaking up with her, did I not? I'm a more suitable candidate for the CEO's wife. Me.
The CEO's wife, huh? It appears part of your misunderstanding stems from a severe lack of information, so allow me to make a few corrections.
Huh?
Firstly, raised by a single mother? Wrong. Second, broke? Wrong. Neither of those apply to Bridget.
Wait, what?
Want to know how I became CEO? I inherited Bridget's dad's company.
What?
Bridget was the president's daughter.
But I heard she was raised by a single mom.
Single dads are a thing too, you know. And just because someone's raised by a single parent doesn't mean you can make assumptions about their financial situations. Looking down on people based on baseless prejudices like that is only gonna come back to bite you. I think you should be more careful with the judgments you make about people from now on. I mean, take today for example. You're super embarrassed and probably feel like a complete moron. Why? Because you view the world through a misunderstood prejudice-based lens. Anyway, that's enough of you.
Huh?
I want to go talk to my old classmates. I've already wasted enough time on my phone with this ridiculous back and forth. See ya!
Wait! No, Christian, don't leave me!
And that was the story of my encounter with a woman so disturbingly misunderstood that it bordered on the terrifying. All I can say is, wow, wasn't it just surreal? I barely interacted with Penny at all back in high school. But even then, I knew she had a reputation as an arrogant narcissist who looked down on everyone because of her good looks, and people tended to keep her at a distance. It seemed like she was under the impression that people felt uncomfortable being around her at the reunion because she was so out of everyone's league. But immediately after we stopped messaging, she soon hightailed it out of the reception hall. I blocked her straight away, so I can't say what happened next. But according to one of the event organizers, who contacted her afterwards to chase her up on her unpaid ticket fee, she'd given up on her search for a husband, an endeavor she'd been firmly committed to before, and is now living a life as a lonely, isolated NEET at home. Something tells me something inside her broke when she was hit by the reality of the outrageous misunderstanding she made.